Hey, how's it going? I wanted to just check in and let you know that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now astrologically this week. If you're feeling it, you're probably feeling a lot of intensity. People are feeling all different kinds of things. A lot of people are having their core wounds come up right now because Chiron, the whole Pisces Virgo energy is just really getting triggered. And so our wounds are coming up, our collective wounds are being revealed, as well as our individual wounds as we are going through this time right now. But what we're feeling this week that's really potent is that Pluto is turning direct on Thursday. Now, Pluto's the destroyer, it's a planet of power, it's got a lot of energy to it. And so but it's an outer planet. Now, these outer planets, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, have all been retrograde. And so this Pluto going direct is like the backdrop has been changing. Our world, our consciousness has been shifting. The scene behind the veil, what we can't see, is being adjusted on a massive level. So just keep this in mind right now. The important thing to do in this time of all this Virgo Pisces axis is to keep in mind the bigger picture. And so what's going on in your life, in your daily everyday life, is kind of a skewed representation of what's really going on behind the scenes. So just sit tight. Things are really strange right now because everything's rearranging in our invisible world. And so we're not yet seeing that manifested. It's like the curtains have closed from that eclipse. All this energy came in, and someone has been coming in. The universe has been rearranging this backdrop, this scene change, and now the curtain is going to open, but the lights have not come back up. And so with this Pluto going direct is a really potent energy, moving us forward and also bringing things to the surface of Pluto rules Scorpio. So it's this underworld feeling. It's kind of like what have we been just moving through and compensating down and not necessarily bringing forward, expressing in our life. Now, we've got a whole bunch of aspects with the personal planets this week as well, because Mercury is opposing Chiron, Mars is opposing Neptune. So we have another mystical rectangle. This happened also at the new moon in Virgo, the sun and the moon, and Mercury. And now it's Mercury and Mars. So we're just getting this like portal, gateway, like moving through, transformation is happening. Pisces is this energy of the collective consciousness. And so it's also delusions and dreams and what's really true, what's really reality. And Mercury there is the ruler of Virgo, is trying to get a grip on what's going on right now. But with all these, our bigger planets, our transpersonal planets in retrograde, we haven't been we don't know exactly where we're going. Things have been hidden from us. So there's a huge opportunity right now for an influx of information. Pay attention to what's going on. Step through the mystical rectangle that's happening this whole week. We also have Jupiter in exact opposition to Uranus, which is just putting some tension and stress on our personal relationships and our individual desires in our own evolution, spiritual evolution. So if your relationship is not in support of your spiritual evolution, you are feeling it right now. So can that relationship adjust and support you in the way, or do you not even know what kind of support you need, or did you not even know you're on a spiritual path? That's kind of what's happening for people right now. There is a huge opportunity for awakening going on. Now, this is very harmonized. As much as things are intense, we got Saturn, which is the change maker. Let's get it done. The karma, it's about making things real in the world, about bringing things into reality, and it's our karma work duty, responsibility planet. But this is trining up with the North Node in Leo, and so the North Node in Leo is like, it's time to shine. We have to actualize our individual gifts and bring forward. That's how we get to the next place. And Saturn's like, yeah, come on, stop talking about it. Let's do this thing. And Saturn is careening, now going direct right for the galactic center, and that will happen. We'll start feeling that more towards the second part of October. But we're already kind of sensing this high destiny, this kind of humanity. What are you about, and why are you going through all this, and what is the point? And so our clarity seeking planet Mercury there in Virgo, opposing all this confusing Neptune. Things are going to continue to be confusing, but there's also opportunities for illumination, sudden breakthroughs, that Uranus being triggered, and understanding around our core wound in order to be move forward, understanding around the core wounds of the collective in order to move forward. And Pluto is kind of like, yeah, it's time to break through, break free, come out of suppression. Okay, so Jupiter in Libra has been kind of like, okay, we're going to make this work. We're going to figure it out. Come on, we're going to work together, kids. Let's do this. And now that's exactly in this opposition with Uranus. And we've got Jupiter at the end of Libra, ready to move into Scorpio. And with Pluto going direct, it's kind of like there's some whatever's been suppressed, whatever is not in support of your new life, of your new backdrop that's trying to be created for you by the universe right now, whatever is not in support of that, in vibrational alignment with that, is trying to shift right now. It's trying to change, and people are really feeling it, and shit's getting really intense for people. But this is so that we can move in to the new. And there's a battle right now going on between the old and the new. And the new always wins, even if it is a little traumatic along the way. And so be in that place of the bigger picture, and be in that place where you can connect to, there might be another reason for what's happening right now beyond what I can understand. And I'm going to like sit tight and be present with what's happening. I'm going to connect to that collective energy of the God consciousness that Pisces represents. Beyond the confusion, there's this connection to the spiritual whole. And so just keep coming back to that and have that clarity, and use this Virgo energy to get grounded and get in the moment, and trust that these rumblings in this world right now it's about ushering in a new and better life for you. And so just sit tight and hang in there and have fun exploring your core wounds and receiving the information you need to clean that all up. Virgo wants to just clean it all up. We've got Mars, Mercury, and Venus all in Virgo right now, opposing, making this mystical rectangle, Venus squaring up with Saturn. So the goddess, the divine feminine, is saying, hey, you know what needs to be reconciled in our deep wants and needs and care, self-care, self-love, what needs to be reconciled in our value system in order to create this new world, in order to start building something that really matters to us and make our life worth living. So hang tight and sit with it. I hope that you'll consider a session with me. If you want to get that information, get the clearings. What is in the way of you getting the information you need to move forward? And what is in the way in your belief systems that you've inherited or in your past lives? And it's kind of like, let's go in there and get that stuff out of the way so you can make the most of this super dynamic time and get out of that muck feeling. So you can find out more about that at adrienneelise.com/intuitive-healing-sessions. And I put that link in the notes. So I look forward to seeing you at the next full moon activation in the beginning of October. We'll talk to you then. Namaste.